Welcome to September's PSA with Chief Burgard. Welcome back, Chief.
Thanks for having me.
We're in the month of September, and generally across the nation, most of our youth and adults are going back to school and college. And I wanted to talk with you today about fire safety tips starting from kindergarten all the way up into the universities.
All right. So at kindergarten through 8th grade levels, generally, there's going to be planned school drills that are held throughout the year. So monthly fire drills and how they're going to practice getting outside of the school. At home, the important topic is to remember to practice that at home as well. So the students are well trained, the children are well trained. As soon as they hear the fire alarm, they line up quietly, get in a line, follow the teacher outside, and then line up at their point outside. At home, we should be practicing the same to really reinforce that. We can have moms and dads pushing the button on the smoke detector at home, having everybody go outside, go to your meeting place outside, and then when it's safe, go back in. After that, once you get to the high school level, there's a very similar process that occurs, and it really shouldn't be slacked off on at home. Reinforcing that, because a lot of times there are younger children at home where if they see an older brother or an older sister not partaking in the drill, it may make them think, I don't have to do this either. And then, of course, in today's climate, there's always the lockdown drills, evacuation drills, other kinds of safety drills that occur. And it's a good thing for parents and grandparents to talk about with their children and grandchildren. What does that mean? What kind of person would do this kind of thing? But make them informed in a comfortable place, know what to do. College is a whole different set of rules in how it works. There aren't typically planned drills. They don't practice pulling the fire alarm. There's not a way to get outside that you've known by doing it like you have all the way up through high school. So that takes it upon the person themselves to really know the plan. A lot of times posted by the door, there'll be an evacuation plan, and on that will give you an option for like your 1 or 2 closest fire exits, a way out of the building that's safe, and then sometimes there'll be a tornado plan on there, and well, where to take shelter in case there's a tornado or severe weather. Some of those are starting to include those lockdown points if you're not in a lockable room. Where's the next closest room to you to take shelter in?
So in looking up the research for what's the leading cause of school fires, do you have any percentages on that? And what the leading cause, it said incendiary or suspicious, it went on into electrical. Is that pretty much a common theme across schools? If there is a fire, most of the schools are sprinklered. Is there a leading cause that you know of for the schools?
Yeah, good question. I don't know any percentages off the top of my head.
Okay.
A lot of the college level issues do turn out to be basic home maintenance types. So whether it's on campus or off campus, there's not usually typically enough electrical for what our current needs are. So charging devices, Chromebooks, phones, tablets, having outlets for power bricks that are charging. And then the basic things like cooking fires, knowing what to do if there is a cooking fire, not keeping things on top of your oven or stove, not storing things inside of it. It's not a storage device. And then to keeping a dryer clean, checking the vent just because it's not your equipment doesn't mean that you can't be safe with it. So the leading causes of off-campus fires are almost always home ownership type items like that. On-campus fires are still pretty rare. A lot of those come down to some kind of maintenance issue. In dorm rooms, again, it's typically a lot of electrical issues and overloading of circuits.
So in the school systems, the state law is for each state, there's always 2 ways out.
Correct. Yep. So we should always know that at home as well. So whether it's in your dorm or in your off-campus housing, if you're living at home, high school and below, it's always knowing 2 ways out. So what we teach the school-age children should ring through to every grade level. So your first easy way out is the way that you use every door, or every way, and that's your door. Feeling your doorknob to see if it's hot, that's always your first way out. If that's not available, going to your second way out. Do you have a window? But then in the dorm situation, typically those are going to have egress points. They'll have external egress ladders, making sure that you've tested it, you've tried it before, you know that that ladder with the counterweight's in good shape, or the spring system that actually does deploy. Or are you in an off-campus situation that is just a renovated house, and does your window actually open? Do you have a place where you can safely get out? Do you have an escape ladder that you can keep inside your room and then quickly deploy to exit out of your home? So always having those 2 ways out, no matter where you are in life, is important to have.
a lot of these buildings have safety features built in where they're gonna start closing doors. And those doors should not be propped open, and that's what happens during fire inspection times and things like that.
Yeah, correct. So almost every school will have automatically dropping fire doors that when the fire alarm system is activated, whether by a manual pull station or it detected smoke somewhere in the system or a sprinkler head was activated, it will automatically drop those fire doors. Sometimes, especially in the college situation, those doors will be propped open because sometimes they're activated quite often and people want to get back in. So they'll prop a door open, put a chair in it, a book, something to hold it open. But if there is a true fire that's burning, we'll allow that fire to spread past its checkpoint, creating many issues for the fire department. So if there are automatic safety devices in place, like fire doors, those should never be propped open.
Okay, is there anything else that you think our viewers should know about fire safety at school? We talked about make sure you're exiting the building slowly, stairwell.
Yeah, so is knowing where your closest fire extinguishers are,
Okay.
only if it's safe to use. It's kind of on your way out. That's normally why they're by exit doors, that on your way out, if you can grab one, you turn around and the fire's too big, you just go back outside. Knowing where your exits are, no matter if it's a sleeping situation or not. Some campuses are very large inside with large interconnected hallways. It's knowing to look for those exit signs on the way out. And then if there's a power loss situation, that they have egress lighting so you can follow those pathways outside. And then it's just knowing who else is around you, knowing if someone else next to you might have needs. Is there someone that can't ambulate and will need assistance getting outside, so you can assist them with getting out, are all good safety facts to be aware of.
Great. Well, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And to our viewers, as always, thank you for watching.